Back.
You want water?
Be like Hillbilly Joe.
I was thinking about it. I was thinking about moving to Texas.
Oh yeah, I thought about that.
Like,
I want to like the suburbs of Dallas. I was thinking.
like, I was trying to get fucking insurance, and that shit is impossible.
Insurance for what?
For car.
Car insurance?
Yeah, they want a 1,500.
What, a month?
Yeah. Car insurance on 1,500.
Texas?
No, here.
Oh, what kind of car you was getting?
A Mazda 2015 Grand Touring.
What year was that?
2015.
What the fuck? That's shit. That sounds like something's wrong there.
I know. And shit is just that shit been stressing me out. Shit was fine. We're on now.
Oh yeah, let's go, let's go. So you were saying like, damn, that car insurance, that sounds like something wrong.
Yeah. And like I was in there with the salesman, and he's just too busy trying to be salesman, trying to get that deal. I'm like, I can't even drive this shit off the lot if I don't have insurance. And he's like, so you're gonna leave that 1,500 with me, right? The down payment on the car, right? That's what you're here for. I'm like, yeah, but
being that you said that now, he probably seen talking to you. He probably figured you ain't even know too much, and he thought he could get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not no 1,500. And he's probably was gonna do to get you to pay extra, so that could be his monthly little check.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he was trying to do. Ain't no damn 50. Alright, now that you said it, that clarifies everything.
Then he was like, I was like, I put 3.5 down, and he was like, yeah, but let's say you're trying to put 5.6. And I was like, why?
How much was the car?
5.6 would have been half of the car. It would have been five more thousand would have been mine.
Yeah, so the car price was the full price.
11.
11,000.
And like by that time, I was like, I might as well just pay for the whole fucking car later.
Yeah, that was the
So
car.
I don't have
The car was 11,000. Right?
Yeah, so I don't have to finance and pay my years.
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah, do that. Yeah.
I feel like once I feel like somebody's trying to get like something over me, I start to panic and try to run away.
Yeah. Don't panic, just don't deal with it. Like,
not like,
yeah.
Like I feel like get off of me type of vibe.
Yep. I see, man. I see.
That shit is annoying.
Ooh.
And also been to like Dave Ramsey.
I heard that name. What do you do?
He just give you a whole bunch of financial advice.
Oh, okay. So he's one of those guys that talk to you
Mm-hmm.
in general, like stocks or.
He's a billionaire. He got stocks, rental properties.
He probably do.
And he just basically tells you like, get out of debt. Pay your credit cards. Only use 30% of it.
My kind of guy.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of like you. You know, like.
Sound my kind of guy.
I think this is a guy I should be listening to on my off Joe Rogan time.
Yeah. Definitely listen to those guys that accumulated a massive amount of wealth. They know. Yeah. Definitely listen to them. They know the secrets. They know the trades. Yeah.
I'm stressing about like financials and money, and usually I don't. But I'm getting older, so I'm just like. I don't know, I'm trying to branch out. So I got these books that's supposed to teach you how to get out of that shit, but I haven't even like opened that shit.
Well, you'd be surprised what works too. Old school, pen and paper. Write down your goals.
Oh, I do that all the time.
Write them down, and not just write them down. Make sure you take the necessary steps.
That's why this thing is a thing, because I had to.
Oh yeah, write down the necessary steps and actually try to work towards it. You know, That's what I started doing when I was trying to get into the stocks and all that. I got the 401ks, but they ain't gonna stop there. Next I'm gonna try. 401ks is pretty much like ETFs.
You didn't get that Roth
I'm gonna do
IRA?
an individual as well, individual stock trading. So now, before I was just saving just to save. Now I'm saving and actually I'm gonna take 2,000 here and throw it into here. Take 3,000 and put it here. 1,000. Save up little. Which really like New York will let you gamble, man. Cause I don't know. I would want a
It's
ton.
basically gambling.
I would have won a ton of money on betting on fights, but you can't do that here. Cause I was trying to do the FanDuel and all that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, maybe if I just go to Jersey, but you're gonna have to actually show like some proof of residency. Yeah.
I was trying to do the DraftKings, and you could bet on like football and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, if it was like for fights, maybe I would make like a pretty penny, or maybe I just got addicted and put everything. I had to bet on the whole card, trying to make bread. That Breonna Taylor thing happened.
Oh yeah. I seen it, man. I seen the fix coming. I already prepared it in my mind.
What was the fix? I saw the documentary. And I was like,
you know, dealing with the law, they're gonna always choose their own over you. They're gonna always find some way. Cause it happened in March, but we didn't find out till May, like 2 months after.
yeah.
So I already knew they already had their mind in the decision. And what let me know from that was when they paid the family, I said, oh yeah, the fix is in. They ain't gonna do nothing to those guys. They paying the family the money so they can kind of like
It's almost like
justify it or put a band-aid over it.
It's almost like when the person who gets raped takes their cash payment. You know, so you can't do. They're untouchable.
Yeah. So I seen that. That was like kind of them trying to cool it over.
Yeah.
They paid the money. Like they ain't even list her as a victim.
They didn't even list her as dead when the shit.
Nah, they know. The officer is only going to jail, man. He's gonna probably do community service or something, or be in house arrest.
Oh yeah.
I think they said 5 years, but he ain't gonna do the 5 years. It's gonna probably be community service or house arrest or something.
Doesn't lose pension, still
money
still there.
He got charged for his gun, the bullets going into the neighbor's house.
Yeah.
Hitting the wall.
And stereotypical Kentucky, right? Is Kentucky?
Yeah, right? Yeah, Kentucky. I keep thinking Kansas City is Kentucky,
Same shit. Same shit.
Yeah. I know this, so I kind of prepared myself for something to happen, man. Then you got the Attorney General over there, Dan Cameron or whatever, and he talking about we couldn't tell if it was actually his gun bullets that went into the shot. Man, I said, y'all is lying. You know how many times I hear stories about
I'm pretty
you
sure.
can trace the gun shells to the gun, so I'm like, you think people stupid? Now you assaulting people's intelligence. Now you making people even more frustrated.
It's like you can't use the same tactics that the police is using against you against
Pretty
them.
much, yeah. And they was like, oh, the officers are justified because the boyfriend fired first. I said, yeah, because he thought you was breaking into his home. Y'all had a no-knock warrant. Y'all ain't even announced who y'all were.
Did it hit him? Did he get shot?
No.
Cop didn't get shot?
I don't think anyone got shot, no. I think the boyfriend only fired like 2-3 bullets or something.
And then they just rained
down. In the rush, after that, you do that to them, it's like kill mode pretty much. I'm not knocking them, but you can't also get mad at the boyfriend. They had him in jail for almost 3 months. Yeah. He didn't do nothing wrong. That was a law that should never been in place, and no knock on. Like, not just someone knocking on the door, banging in the door now, you gonna get that hold on.
And they were trying to get him to, like, not.
Yeah, but I heard that was another boyfriend.
They tried to take a deal.
They tried to get the ex-boyfriend lied on. I was like, this whole thing was dirty, but no one says anything. It's a police, so everyone is justified.
Yeah.
They lied. I heard they lied and said there was no body cam, but now it's footage coming out later or body cams, and they said there was no body cam.
There's no body cam? There's a body cam?
Yeah. And I'm like, oh my gosh, these dudes get away with everything. But like, you and I do that.
No.
We lying. I said, they're going to put that on the news. They're going to destroy our character. They're going to talk about how we lie, but no one says anything when the police officers lie. Everything is justified. So I knew this was going to happen. I like prepared myself for it so I don't be like too frustrated.
I want to see the video.
Oh, yeah. That's what I want to see.
You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up. I'm like,
Yeah. That's what I want to see. I just heard people talking about it. You know, they was telling some people to leave. Y'all can't be in here right now. And you know how that do that. That means they developing a story. It was the same thing with the Amber Guyton when she came to Botham Jean in Texas and she thought she was in her apartment. It's the
The
same
white
thing.
girl?
Yeah. It was
Yeah,
the
white
Amber
girl.
Guyton. Yeah. She thought she was in her apartment. They tried to bash the dude Botham Jean, but he had a squeaky clean record. You know.
And
Went to college, church kid, never been to jail. They was trying so hard.
they smashed before or something like that, right?
That's what people were saying, but there was no actual proof of it.
Okay.
People were saying like, hey, they dated or whatever. But I think that was people going too far left with the conspiracy.
Yeah.
You know, conspiracies. In every situation, someone's going to turn into a conspiracy.
I got something for fucking conspiracy. I mean, not conspiracy, but like something else would be annoying.
But that Breonna Taylor thing was horrible, man. That law shouldn't have been there. That boyfriend didn't do nothing wrong, even if he fired. Like, that's what he's supposed to do. He had a legal firearm. Everything was legal. He was clean. Breonna Taylor had a squeaky clean record, you know. As far as not being convicted, you know. Then they trying to go to the ex-boyfriend of mine. I'm like, y'all dirty for that one, man.
Yeah.
Y'all, they are real dirty, but no one says anything about that. That's the thing that kills me.
The ex-boyfriend was a drug dealer.
Yeah.
And they already caught him.
And I was 3 years ago. 3 years ago.
Oh, he stopped being drug dealer?
No. The guy that they was trying to say, oh, her boyfriend, that was 3 years ago. The guy she was currently with wasn't doing no drugs. But you see how they worded in the news, I thought it was the guy that she was currently with. Then when I went deeper in, I said, yo, that was an ex-boyfriend from 3 years.
From the documentary, where I guess she was doing both, or not doing both.
Yeah, that's
like,
what they were saying, right?
Like, he was in jail, and they had like phone records of her calling and like giving him money and stuff, and paying for his for him to get out.
Oh, so hold on.
So that's how they traced it.
They trying to trace her for being a bad guy because she's talking to her boyfriend. So would you do that to her mother, talking to her son from jail, taking care of her son, and trying to like, come on, that's not criminal about that.
I think it's because she had like packages inside her mail. That's why.
Yeah, but what was in the packages?
They were assuming drugs.
They were assuming, or did they know? Or
they were just assuming, I think.
Oh, see, bullshit. See, bullshit.
What's more of a no, not more. You trying to find something?
Bullshit.
Yeah.
That's just like, remember that time we got caught with the bench machine and they thought, oh, I had drugs or something just because I don't know.
No, and that was like illegal.
Yeah.
Did they search us? They searched us, right?
Yeah. They ain't search you, they definitely like.
I think they just pulled me away and asked my ID and asked me
They
questions.
patted me down, all three of them asked for mine. I was like, yo, I just gave it to this guy. Oh, yeah, but I don't want to see it. And I'm like, what are you going to do that he didn't do?
Yeah.
He seen it was good, he gave it back to me. The next one, let me see. The next one, let me see. Oh, you have any warrants? No.
Yeah, hoping.
Then they gave the bullshit, oh yeah, there's been a lot of shootings going on out here. So I'm like, so that was your excuse to stop me?
Yeah.
It was shootings going around, so you said, hey, let's get that guy.
There's always an excuse of something is going on just to like cover your ass just in case something happens.
Yeah.
So it'll give you a reason to search.
I had a bunch of bullshit stories like that, man.
To you or others?
To me, like, stopping me for no reason. One time on a night like this, it was raining. I put my hood over my head. They run up on me. I'm like, hey, what's going on? They patted me down. I'm like, hey, why y'all stop me? What's up? Oh, where do you live? I'm pointing. Oh, where do you live? My building right there. I'm pointing. Oh, they want to hear the exact address. I said, I'm pointing you to the exact building. Would you want me to say the exact address? What's wrong with you?
Trying to agitate you so you
Yeah,
can do something.
exactly. So I said, hey, why y'all stop me, by the way? They about to walk off. Oh, yeah, we thought you was going to rob the guy in front of you. You put your hood over your head. I said, dude, you didn't see it was raining? Like, who's not going to try to, like,
Cover their head.
Yeah, I got horrible stories like that. Oh, do you know about any murder? Why do you figure I would know about a murder? Like, what's wrong with you dudes?
I remember on that. I was like OD poor, and I was like going downstairs and trying to get myself something to eat. And when I got out, I turned right and ran in the corner. A whole bunch of cops came, guns drawn, and they started pointing at everybody. Everybody get against the wall. And they looked at me and they was like, not you. I guess you. And I was like,
What?
fuck. So I was like, I didn't want to get caught in this. I was trying to get something to eat. And then he checked my pockets and he found my little bag. He's like, what is this? And I was like, it's money. And he's like, it doesn't feel right. I'm like, all right. And I opened it in front of him, and then like a whole bunch of change popped out. He was like, fucking go. And I was like,
So, you don't know what happened prior to that? Like, you ain't find out afterwards? Like, why the hell they just came over and just had guns drawn?
I think I was too young.
Oh, okay, alright.
I think it was just one of those times of when I was going through like a little transformation of I'm gonna stop wearing baggy clothes.
Something went wrong there for them to be pulling out guns, like something, yeah.
Oh, that was normal.
Yeah.
Back at the time,
Yeah. They was just hoping they find something there.
I think at that time I had a cop draw a gun on me because there was a fight over here, and then I was trying to run away from the fight, and then cop stopped, pointed a gun at me. I was like,
They thinking you had something to do. You like, no, I'm just trying to get away from the madness.
yeah. And then I had my hand smashed when I was inside the Little Italy Park over there.
What the hell they do? Yeah, smash your hand.
I guess I was there too dark,
Yeah.
and I was like working out, and I was like done. Didn't have glasses at that time, couldn't see, and I just see three dudes come up to me, and I was like, kind of like, I pressed myself up. I'm like, who the fuck are you? I just found out I was cops. I'm like, oh, okay. Put my hands on the wall, checking under the benches. They probably thought like do something and try to scatter.
Oh yeah.
And I was just like just talking normally, and then he was like, put your hands against the wall, and then put my hand on the wall, fist smashed, and then I just turned. I was like, I'm not going against that wall. And he was like still trying to press me. I'm like, I'm not. And that shit could have been bad.
Oh yeah. You know, it's a power trip. Once they got that, they know they protected. So
Yeah.
it's a power trip.
I think I needed like even when I was like a security guard, when I was working at the comic strip, I think I felt like a little bit of a power trip. Where I get to tell people what to do, or I'm in charge of essentially 180 to 200 people.
Yeah, power corrupts, man. That's why you try to divide it.
But once that's like in a way I try to recover that, or that shit went way down, and like people who try to press me, I'm just like, stop.
Yeah, I don't care how good a person think they are. We all human. Power corrupts. You give it a little bit, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, what's that experiment? They had like students, and one was gonna play the prisoners, was gonna play the.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It's like a famous.
Yeah. I feel it start with an S something, right?
I don't know, but apparently like
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. One group will play the prisoners, and the other group will play the I know exactly what you're talking about too, man. I used to watch that stuff on YouTube.
I think they made a movie off of it. But yeah. And that shit's like.
That's why it's good to try to balance it. That's why laws need to be in place, but they don't want to do it with police officers because the police officers, those are your soldiers, those are your foot soldiers, You ain't gonna cripple the people that's supposed to help you out and keep you on power,
I think it's just like any other job. Like, if you see some shit, if you did some shit, you're gonna have to like. You need recovery. You need almost recovery for anything. If you get your ass whipped, you're gonna need mental recovery, therapist.
Yeah.
Like a fighter. If he loses all of a sudden, and like all of a sudden he's like undefeated, he gets that one loss, and then apparently he has like a string of losses.
Might not be not to never fly back from that.
And then you have like coaches telling him, "Don't give up, don't give up."
Yeah, once your confidence is knocked out, that could be hard to regain.
And those are the strongest people.
Yeah, those could be hard to regain, but What the hell they gonna do with these police officers? But I just come to the conclusion they ain't gonna do nothing. They know exactly what they need to do. They just not doing it. They might act like they're clueless. They're not clueless. They just know it's in their favor to have the police doing whatever what they need them to do.
I think there's some change. I want to say there's no change, but of course,
change, but it's
finally cops are getting arrested. There's like stations getting passed. There's no chokes. They took a no knock warrant off.
They be doing like catch-22 type of laws because when Trump signed it's illegal for police officers to choke unless they in danger of their life. I'm like, that's the same situation we in.
Yeah.
That's all they say every situation. I fear for my life, so I'm like, that law ain't really helping. It just sounds good, but that's a lot of laws. That's what some of the laws they passing now.
And to be honest, I think cops should choke because that is only useful. Just do it right and don't do it like that person.
I don't think they should do it because if you and I get in a fight, you choke me, I choke you, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Why is it okay when they do it?
Yeah. Because it's a move to put you to sleep.
If you put me to sleep in a fight, you get hit with all these charges, aggravated assault and attempt murder and all of this. It shouldn't be alright for them to do it. If I can't do it, you can't do it. They shouldn't be able to do it,
But how do you subdue somebody and stuff?
It's easy. They always got numbers. Like, I don't want to hear when it's 5 guys. Y'all tell me y'all can't subdue one person.
But we have seen videos where they can't subdue one person. I seen the video of somewhere in New York. There was I want to say 20 squad cars, one guy inside the projects, and everybody had a limb, and he was just standing, and he was choking him while he was standing, and he was still not.
Yeah.
He walked himself to the car.
You pretty much don't need to be choked at someone. There's something wrong with that. You can't just give me a reason to say it's okay to choke someone. Because either when it's enough is enough.
Common sense.
It seems like they don't have it, and that's another thing. They're not held accountable. They choke you, we ain't know. And it's like, what you mean you ain't know? That's something you can't do for too long.
It's almost like when HR comes and all of a sudden they make a rule, and all of a sudden you gotta buy that rule, no ifs and buts. So you just gotta be like, yo, if you choke somebody and you do it for a prolonged period of time.
No,
I can't even me personally, I know how useful choking people is, or holding your limbs and stuff. I would need that.
That would be cool, yeah. I don't mind restraining a person, holding their legs and their arms or whatever.
But I can't even explain the common sense that goes with
Yeah, exactly.
I want to be you don't choke them, but there's so much common sense there to not kill the person while you're choking. I put so many people to sleep.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm it seems like they lack it, and that's what makes it dangerous now. Because if you allow them to choke them, cool. But are you gonna hold accountability law? There's no laws that hold them accountable. And they get away with everything, bro. I'm telling you.
And mind you, when I was putting people to sleep, I was I want to say 12 to 18, and nowhere near that was I had a mind frame that I'm gonna hold this for a period of time.
Yeah.
1 minute, 2. How long did they have George Floyd?
9 minutes.
In that position?
Yeah. Pissed on himself and yeah.
Yeah, see? That's common sense. He meant to do that.
Yeah, he just kept leaning and can't say he was in fear or whatever.
And that
even if he was resistant, y'all had him on the ground, that's it.
Yeah.
You had one on his legs, one on his torso, and here's you coming on your neck. And he was already handcuffed, so I was like, this guy ain't no threat to you.
That shit wasn't even a chokehold. It was you had your knee on his neck.
Yeah, I was like, what are you doing, man? From the back of the part of the neck, too. This nigga, the pain in his body, you handcuffed, you got one guy sitting on your legs, the other guy sitting on your back, and one guy on the back of your neck with his hands in his pocket.
Yeah.
That means you wasn't in no danger at all.
This dude is killing people like an anime character.
He doing it in style with hand.
Mhm.
What you doing?
He's over here posing for pics.
And I'm like, I still need to hold those laws accountable. Like, at what point did any of them guys be like, all right, now he's handcuffed. We already got 2 guys holding him down. He's on the floor. We don't need you.
The only thing that I had in my mind is like, did we have to arrest the poor Asian guy, the Asian cop that was like looking at him like, I don't think you should be doing that.
I think they all should be held
Yeah.
accountable. This is all bad because, like, I can't, you do something wrong, I'm with you. I can't say, hey, that was only him, that wasn't me. They take all of us.
But they have like the power of like of authority. Like but he was that specific cop was higher up than all of them.
Oh, yeah, well, which one? George? The one that was on George?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was like the main guy. Probably,
This is what the, I'm a Marvel fan, Uncle Ben Spider-Man. Great power comes great responsibility. No one told you to be a cop.
mhm.
Because they always go to this whole being a police is a tough job. Yeah, you chose that. No one forced that to you.
Yeah.
You got to be responsible to uphold it and handle your job, you know? You wasn't forced in that position. Like, it needs to be accountable because, like I always go back to the medical field. A nurse or a doctor, they cannot ever see another nurse or doctor do something wrong.
Yeah.
If they see it and it comes back and you ain't checked them or told them you're doing something wrong, you get fired for performing the surgery and I get fired for knowing you was doing something wrong and didn't say nothing.
I think you probably go like a military effect.
Even it's like that in the military too. Like,
That you guys snitch on your,
if you see one of your fellow guys doing something out of line,
even the above guy.
even in above, I don't necessarily know how it works, but let me give you a military scenario. If you're in another country and they're military, they can't get away with that. I fear for my life. If you end up shooting a kid running because you got scared, I fear for my life don't work. You go to military jail.
Yeah.
Military guys are held at a high standard. Nurses and doctors, police, everyone holds them to a high standard. They don't get charged like that.
Mm.
So I think if you see one of your officers doing something wrong, that whole brotherhood thing needs to go out the window.
Should they mean like in a way like super police of there be a few, but they get paid better, but they're hold to a higher standard. Or maybe
That could possibly work.
there's so many cops I see that's overweight or look like they can't really do much. Or like when they have like a fragile little girl trying to arrest this big strong man. I said that kind of weird.
I seen crazy. I think they just need to hold them accountable. There need to be laws. I just don't want to hear words saying yeah, or double, or like backhanded laws, that could go both ways. Like with the Donald Trump, you can't use chokeholds, it's illegal unless your life is in danger. And I'm like, everyone clapping. I said, dude, that's the same thing. That's what they're doing now. I fear for my life.
Yeah.
And they always get away with it. Or, I ain't even shooting. I thought I was going for my taser.
You can't use that fear for my life or you know the flip though.
You can't keep saying, like, you fear for your life that much. You don't need to be a police officer.
Yeah.
We seen, in fact, recently it was I forgot exactly where this was at. It was a guy that shot 40 rounds at a police officer and he somehow managed to get taken alive.
Is this the one in Compton or is this the one in
Compton.
Louisville?
It's probably Louisville, definitely not
And
Compton.
during the protest?
No, I don't know. It was in his home. He killed his wife.
Killed his wife.
His wife wasn't giving him sex. They was arguing. She was like, hey, they shoot me if you don't want it. And he actually shot his wife.
Damn.
And he shot his name. He shot like a little girl or whatever.
Damn.
Police come. He let off 40 rounds in a house. And somehow he gets taken in alive. And I'm like, you shoot 12-year-old Tamir Rice because you thought he had a gun and he had a little toy gun. You shoot Mike Brown when he was running away from you.
Tamir Rice is the little boy?
Yeah, they had a little...
At the park?
Yeah, at the park.
And then a white Karen lady called the cops on him?
That's why I'm like, hold on. You can't keep telling me it's fair for my life thing. There's actually, other groups of people, particularly, let's say, white shooting at you and you don't do nothing. they get brought in alive when you shoot people because you thought they had a gun.
Yeah.
I was telling you it's not training, that's just a mindset, you know? And I go back to what happened last year with one of the police chiefs or whatever, one of the precincts, when he was on audio, they called him on audio telling the officers, leave the Asians and the Russians alone, or the Jews alone, arrest more blacks. Stop arresting the Asians and the Jews, or the Russians or something like that. Arrest more blacks.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I think he got fired or whatever, but people were treating it like, oh, it's a separate incident. That's not all police. I said all police departments are like that.
Yeah.
All of them are like that.
Have you set foot on one and you just listen around, you gotta hear a whole bunch of racist statements?
Yeah, I'm like, listen to the even the FBI. Like, I'm not making this up. Like, if anyone's listening or watching, go on FBI websites, and they even wrote articles stating that like white supremacy groups infiltrated the law enforcement.
And they're doing the
they wrote that. Yeah.
The OK sign.
Yeah, this sign means like so many things, like across many different groups. Yeah. White supremacy do that sign. You see like gang members do it. That was a whole bunch of different meanings.
I think that meaning probably means different if you're a cop.
Yeah. You know, once you, I've been like studying them little by little so I can catch certain things and talking points and like to go back to the Tyron Woodley and Kobe fight, and I heard he said something interesting that I know white supremacists speak because people might say, nah, he's not racist, he's just speaking his mind.
Kobe?
He said something about dragon energy. You familiar with that? He said dragon. That's white supremacy talks. Yeah.
Oh.
I've been following these guys, so I know like certain things. The number 14, the number 88, 8, you know, Hitler, Hell Hitler, or something like that, or 8 letters and 8 letters. I know some of the things they use and some of the logos. When he said dragon energy, I said, yeah, he's speaking in code to certain groups of people.
This shit seems like a little drawn out and too thought out for me.
Yeah.
Like, if you got, that sounds like a Reddit post of laws that you have to abide for to be in this group.
I don't know if you know, like, do you know, like any white people in your life that like been to jail or anything?
No. I barely know white people. So.
Yeah, like, let me tell you how it works. Like, if you white, depending on which region or which state you at, if you white, you get locked up in prison. Like, you automatically gonna have to join the white supremacist gang. If you ain't racist, you better act like it.
I think that's almost every jail. You gotta go within your group.
Just about, yeah. It's a little different over here in the East Coast, but like if you're in the West and the Midwest and the South,
yeah.
Like,
you haven't seen 60 Days In yet, right?
60 Days In, no.
It's the show that contestants go like a regular person. Somebody probably have like a policeman or maybe they have some type of experience or like they try and change people's lives and stuff, and then they go into the show, and then they go into prison, and then it's a real prison.
Just to see how it is?
No.
They really did something.
No, they didn't do anything.
Oh, okay.
But you're a prisoner.
Yeah.
And and nobody knows you're a prisoner. And all of a sudden they got cameras. There's a camera crew coming.
Yeah. After that, you know, it was a whole lot of moving and rioting, shooting, and the thing that surprised me, the thing that got me was the military came and helped them. I was like, damn.
With bombs.
And I'm like, damn, they really hate black people that much, man. The military came and pretty much destroyed the whole city. It's stories like that. Like, everyone knows Tulsa, Oklahoma, but it was a city in North Carolina that inspired them, Durham, North Carolina. That was another like little wealthy black neighborhood, but what destroyed that, I believe, was when they built these highways, interstates. A lot of them highways and stuff got built over black communities, so black people was forced out of there, and they told them, you know, I think what they say, they pretty much gave them a heads up, you don't leave, you would die, and a few black people got shot up and killed behind that.
And then they started.
They had their own businesses, homes, and they had to walk away from it because they wanted to build a highway through there. You got another one in Rosewood, Florida. It's a bunch of Black Wall Street stories like that. So I like to I educate myself on that because I always hear this rhetoric from people like, oh, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You guys are lazy. And it's like every time we made a way, you guys came and took away from it, you know? The same guys that's probably saying to pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
I had a white dude say that to me. Not to me or like about me, but basically about black people. He just as
they don't know the history, so it sounds good, or they just don't care.
there was a comic on stage, and I was like, he just asked what he was talking about because he was doing good, and I was like, just like what other black dudes usually do, talk about like the black struggle, and it was like, of course, it's like a template where you
That's a
go.
natural comic thing, though, right?
Yeah,
Everyone
natural
talks
comic
about like they struggle, how they came up, or
And he was just like, there's no struggle. They just don't want to work, and they don't want to do it. And I was like, he said things worse, but
yeah, I'm pretty sure,
he's actually like a good guy, but
I'm pretty sure he didn't know.
he's just ill-informed, and I was like, what I said is like that I always say is like when you take the black dad out the household and you destroy families,
Yeah, pretty much.
You messed them up for years to come.
You can't get none of that government help if the man is there. What is that saying?
Yeah.
Just think about what is that message sending. You think woman is gonna say I want a man, or you only hear that kind of rhetoric from like black women? I don't need a man to crap over that bullshit. If you're gonna help someone, help him. I'm gonna help you, but I can't help you if your man is there. I don't care what your income is. If he's there, you can't get this or that.
Yeah.
You know? That's why some black people, especially like the older ones, they would say the community was better off before all that. You know, because they said the family was together, you had to work together.
Mm-hmm.
And even though things are segregated, the reason why Black Wall Street was so successful because black people only had to buy from black people. You couldn't go to a white town, so the money was circulating.
It's almost like
and plus white people,
Jewish community.
And plus white people could go into your stores and buy, but you can't, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how that city got rich.
They should do something like that. I know like Tip and Killer Mike is kind of and Rick Ross is kind of doing something like that, but they should but like focus on one poverty area and try to clean that shit up.
They can, but a lot of these times they don't really want to, you know.
Because
with that Killer Mike, I know he been like
egos.
I don't know, because you go back to what Kanye West was like, America for sale. Everyone always say he's crazy, but he do be making some points, but they don't highlight the points he made. They always highlight the crazy stuff he said. And he's like, black people, America for sale, buy land. You can Google like cities that sell for like under $2 million, $3 million.
Yeah.
Like, why is none of these rappers buying it? You know, why they ain't saying, you know? And us too, like just black people in general, like I feel like we're afraid of responsibility at times, you know?
I think that's why I like Kevin Hart. He's trying to, in a way, enforce and teach people how like financial freedom.
Yeah.
And credit cards. Credit cards is not the enemy. And I've been told for years, don't have a credit card and you just don't have debt. And to find out what you need to have an apartment is fucking the credit score.
Credit cards ain't bad. It's bad for irresponsible people. I was told that too, and I got it. I ain't never really had no credit problem.
Yeah.
Because I don't spend money that I know I'm not willing to lose.
Oh, you're different. You're a different type of breed, Tim.
I only spend $200 if I know I'm willing to lose $200. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm gonna pay that back. Like, even if I'm betting with something, I'm not gonna bet something I know I'm not willing to lose. So I ain't never had a problem with credit cards.
You should make a financial show because.
Oh yeah, I'm still learning. I'm gonna do that.
Like financial game is different. Like choosing what you love and like I don't regret like podcasting and I love comedy. the experience that it gave me. Those things I only did for like a short amount of time, but I seen a lot. And I got to do what most couldn't do, or I was just too stupid and I was doing it anyway. And I don't regret that, but I think being financially good is probably a little bit better.
That's the way to go, man.
Yeah.
When you financially secure.
I read all these books like follow your dream, but I think almost everything is a game.
You gotta pretty much find a hustle, man.
Yeah.
Once you find something you're passionate about, you want to do, it makes it that much easier. I think that was like my problem, finding out exactly what I wanted to do for a long time. I had no idea. I wish I would have, like, of course, everyone says, if I would have been thinking like this in high school, man,
Yeah.
I would have been great right now, man.
But they don't do that. They just subject.
It prepares you for,
Why you acting like this?
it prepares you to be indoctrinated into the system, you know? That whole get a job and go to school and get a good grade, and I'm like, why the hell I get all this knowledge to go work for you?
Yeah. They don't teach you how to be a boss, business,
That's stupid, bro.
try to run your own shit.
You get all this knowledge to go work for someone else. So it prepares you for indoctrination, college and high school. They don't prepare you to be your own man.
Follow by. No.
Yeah.
Do you remember how to redo this?
I don't just stop it.
I hope I don't delete it. I'm scared.
I usually was doing it before. I was sworn you just pressing the stop.
Gotta talk about this the podcast we did with Devon.
Oh, okay, yeah. Refresh me on that. When you came, we was talking about
It was,
his little experience, like the first time noticing when he came out and all that.
it came out as gay.
Yeah, that's what I can remember.
It was a good podcast. It got a number of listens, and
Yeah, I don't mind that. That was cool, man.
it was cool. The only thing that I caught on, like when we were doing it, was every time I asked him a question, he'll go on to this and then reroute to another thing.
Yeah, he was doing a lot
And
of that.
I was like,
It comes to like, almost stay on one topic.
I think it was just my fault. I was like, maybe we should have just chilled before. Maybe he was just too excited, like stimulated.
Yeah, next time we could definitely moderate.
But I was like, I picked up on it. I was like, maybe it's just me.
And she's looking at herself like, my hair don't look like that. You send her subconscious, you send her an insecurity message, you know? And I think it's the same thing.
I always wondered, I like black girls with like frills and stuff, but what would happen if you just let her out? What if you don't put that wig on? Because my godmother, she wears a wig.
The history of that came from when they started to first allow black people to read and write and work at jobs. In return, we had to give up our culture and tradition. Like, my name ain't Yahshua no more. Yeah, your name's gonna be Chris Evans, you know?
Damn.
That's what, to learn how to read and write, we have to give up our
Whitewashed.
name, our religion, our God, and us having the afros and the bantu knots, the Fanati braids, that wasn't considered professional. So that's where the wig and the straightening came into play, because it's like, the afro wasn't considered acceptable, the braids or the locks is like, what is that? That's unprofessional. So that's where the history of the hair and the pieces came in, and plus all the, like, you know, insecurity stuff that came from, like, you know, the slavery and the Jim Crow era. But now if you start telling them, hey, I'm not hiring until you do something with your hair, you know, over a period of time, you know. So that's what it came to with the black woman not liking their hair. It was more like assimilation to fit into society, more like we want to be like that. It was more like that's what you have to do to fit in, you know?
Yeah.
They wasn't going to give you a job if you walking around with braids and an afro, you know?
Damn.
Now you could probably, you know, it's a little different. You could probably it's more acceptable.
They did it with Native Americans also.
Oh, yeah.
Cut their ponytail off, made them where their type of clothes and that whitewash is
That's something serious, man.
yeah.
That's a global thing, man. Ain't just an American thing. Like, it's even like that in Asia. Like, the cool thing in Asia is to be white and Asian, Japanese and Asian, Chinese. Japanese and white, Chinese and white.
How can you be Japanese and white?
The mixture. That's like real popular over there.
Of getting a white
You're gonna be
person and
Japanese man and a white girl or a white man. That's like big over there. You know, like it's an increase in surgery, like to make their eyes. I guess you say more like us. They getting surgeries.
yeah.
See, the whitewash is like it's a global thing.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of people who watch anime that love how you are.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what the fuck. How do you bring this?
It's witchcraft, man. Surgeries and more, but
And
scientists, makeup.
talk about racism is like weird that you have all these groups. Like there's black and white, but then you have Mexican and Ecuadorian. You guys look psychic like. Then there's Japanese and Chinese.
Yeah.
I don't even want to go there because can you tell them apart?
No.
Korean and China. the
That's why
whole Asian community versus China.
That's why I don't even like say what I think the person is. I just say Asian because I know that's a general term.
Yeah.
Because people get pissed off for some reason. You call them the wrong thing. I never understood it. I go to a Korean and say Chinese and they want to fight me. I'm like, dude, like I have people came, hey, what country you from in Africa? I'm like, I don't get mad because I get it. I'm black. I get it, so that don't piss me off. But people get angry when you call them the wrong thing, you know? I knew this one, I won't even say stripper, dancer chick.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was Puerto Rican. I'm not Puerto Rican. I'm like,
Dominican?
I think she was Colombian or Ecuador. I'm like, what the hell are you making faces for?
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with Puerto Rican? She made that face. Like, oh, I don't ever want what you getting that? Like, you are Hispanic, right? You should understand if someone mix it up, you know?
There's a comedian named Michael something. I forgot his last name. But one of his jokes is like that I live in Washington Heights. Washington Heights. Dominican dominated. If you could tell, I'm not. I'm white. And you Puerto Ricans and Dominicans hate each other, but you know what white people think? We can't tell the fucking difference. And we just like, I think.
It's true.
There's a Puerto Rican doing my job. Honestly, I could have swore he was Dominican. I just don't. I'm like, okay. I don't hang around Puerto Ricans like that, so. And I'm Puerto Rican, so.
Yeah, I never get why people get so frustrated like that. I don't get that, man. I never understood that, you know. You're Hispanic. I don't expect a Costa Rican to get mad if someone calls them Colombian, you know. Like I don't understand that. I really don't.
They kill you. What, Haiti and Dominican, they got a real beef. They right next to each other.
Yeah, that's another note right there. That's like, they got something serious over there, man.
Have you saw Cuties?
No, was that movie, show?
There's a movie?
Cuties.
Cuties.
Oh, that no. Oh my God. that was horrible, man. I feel like pedophilia is moving closer and closer to being a norm in society. And I think stuff is like this is going to desensitize you, putting out the imagery. Imagery is important, man. I don't think people like to downplay it.
I don't think it was made to desensitize you to it, like because it was a real outrage. The director's a woman, and she got OD death threats.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, don't watch this fucking movie.
I think it is little by little. That's going to desensitize you to it. It's a gradual process with everything. If you look at see how Hitler was able to do what he did to the Jews,
Mm-hmm.
it was a process. He just didn't come blazing. He started off little, trashing them in the media. Every time something went wrong with Germany,
Jew.
blamed it on the Jews. It was a gradual process. And that's what you do when you want to take something over. Gradual process. Let's put this movie out right here. Let's put this cartoon out right here. Let's get this someone to make a joke or something. I think that's what it's becoming. I was like, I ain't watch it though. You seen it?
Mm-hmm.
That trailer, I was like, oh my gosh, you got old. And that stuff is real because you got like dance competitions in America.
Like that?
With little girls, 12-year-old, 10-year-old girls dressing up. I'm like, why are they dancing like that?
I think it's okay if they dress up, just don't twerk.
Yeah. These girls ain't even developed. You got them wearing 2 pieces and I'm like, come on now.
They had this girl in bra,
Putting on a
panties.
heavy mask. You sending them subconscious. You sending a message. You got them doing provocative dances with grown men and
Yeah. Like, spoiler, if you want to watch the movie, I'm going to spoil it right now.
No, go ahead. I don't think I'm gonna watch it.
It was like, my girlfriend made me watch it. That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. And, like, a lot of parts is hard to watch because, like, they were wearing little skimpy outfits. The shorts is up here. And they see a video of a girl dancing on hip hop, but she's a grown lady. And this African girl starts twerking and shit, or trying to learn it, and then she starts teaching it to other 3 little girls. And then once she learned it, she starts like almost exploiting, like she's trying to get a dick pic from older kid, and then she sees a security guard. In order to get out of trouble, she starts twerking.
Gradual process. That's what I'm saying. It's a gradual process.
But there's a backlash to it. Everybody on TikTok don't watch this movie.
Yeah, that shit is disgusting. When little kids and everyone like that. I'm glad it was a backlash. I always thought people just complain just to complain. Everyone say they like the children, and I'll be like, shit like this going on where people at, but it seemed like society came out for that one as a whole. I was just disgusting. I still ain't watching. I don't even know if I'm gonna watch it, man.
There's parts of it that should make you throw up.
And people wonder why we got overly sexualized women and prostitution and all that, strippers. A lot of that stuff is starting out over there at home, You got some crazy uncle feeling up on you. Or you got that school teacher or whatever. This is a serious topic that needs to be talked about.
What would the uncle and the teacher would have to do with it?
Oh, like, I was just playing off of like the over sexualized girls. Out of that time, they be getting molested, man.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Because they get started
young, man. That uncle, touching on his niece or whatever, or touching, the family friend.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, a lot of times when stuff like that happens, the person don't speak out on it, it's the kids, they don't speak out on it. And a lot of times when adults, they try to buy them things to keep them quiet,
I think
I heard females say, well, he didn't really rape me, because he was nice to me,
Mm-hmm.
I said, that's why he was giving you gifts and buying you something, Oh, but he wasn't mean to me, though. He got you. I was buying games, he was playing with you. So they don't say, they still rape, whether you liked it or not,
Michael Jackson, all those little boys.
Yeah. But I think that was a lot of it, yeah.
You don't think he did it?
Nah, I don't think so, man.
If you had like an idea of what a pedophile would like and wanted to like him.
Yeah, because that's the image they gave to me. So now I'm always, every time I'm the same thing, make a Michael Jackson joke, but even though I don't believe it.
So you would let your child sleep in the same bed?
No, that was weird.
You don't think that's weird that he sleep in the same bed?
That is weird. But then when I heard his story about not having a childhood and always being overly friendly and extending himself and all that. But before I say any more, did they actually the kid said he was in the bed with him, or
He said.
he said, all right, cool. I just wanted to make sure that was a
He
fact.
said, "What's wrong with that?
But I
We're
don't
not
know.
doing nothing. We're just having fun."
I don't think he did anything, especially at the last situation. Remember with the two boys with Oprah, the two guys with Oprah. They were saying he touched them at the Neverland, and the dates wasn't adding up. He said it was at a place with a train or whatever.
They probably something happened to them, but also they wanted money. They were trying to get like a piece of the estate.
The boys said something happened, and the year he gave, the fucking amusement park wasn't even open up yet.
Yeah.
I said, how can you make a mistake for it being open and out? That's why I'm like, these people are lying on that.
And like Netflix didn't want like they were pushing it, and Netflix didn't want to do much with it.
It sounded like a lie,
Yeah.
And they got caught because one of the guys that wrote a book up on it, that's how he was able. He wrote a book like in the 90s, I guess about Michael Jackson or whatever. And he said he was just hearing it, and he was like, hold on. He started looking at his book and be like, hold on. You said it happened in 92. He said the amusement park didn't open up until 94. And it's like, how can you make a mistake like that,
But what about his sister saying that he has this problem?
Yeah. I probably should get a little bit more facts before I speak on that.
Like,
to be honest, I never really followed too much of the story.
Mm-hmm.
Even like from when it first came out. Yeah, I couldn't really speak on that. But that's what which sister, Latoya said, or?
I think Latoya.
Latoya, she said he has a problem now with what?
Being with little children. Yes.
But she was the same way doing something, or just hanging out around. How she said it?
It's on YouTube.
Yeah. It sounds vague, like.
Yeah.
That's why I want to know like, how she said it. What was the tone? What was the context she used in it?
But then you find out like a whole bunch of celebrities did this type of thing. Jerry Seinfeld, he had a 16-year-old girlfriend.
That's common. That's common,
Elvis Presley was married.
My wife was like 15 or something.
I want to say 14. That's
14. Yeah, that's common now with the whole pedophilia stuff and all that.
Yeah.
Parents selling out their children. Like, that's why I wasn't even mad at R. Kelly with this recent situation. Like, he shouldn't even be in jail. Those are grown women.
R. Kelly?
Yeah.
Nah, that was a little girl. The video that I saw.
No, that the video. I'm talking about this recent situation. He didn't even go to jail for that. He went to jail because they said he kidnapped 20-year-old women, 19. I said, they old enough.
To be kidnapped?
They ain't kidnapped. That's what the parents is trying to say. I'm like, that's bullshit. Don't sit here and tell me you a man as a father talking about my girl has come home in 3 years or 2 years. You know where she at and you ain't do nothing? I said, no. What probably happens, he stopped paying them.
Paying the family?
It's real common for parents to sell their kids, He probably wasn't paying the mother or father. Now they want to make a boo-boo issue out of it. Even if he wasn't, these women were 21. They were 22. They were 20. They even came on the damn documentary and said he ain't forced me to do nothing. Like,
yeah.
And they like, that shit was like horrible. Like, if anything, put him in jail for what he did with the 12-year-old girl. He ain't put him in jail. I set him up for stuff he did with grown women.
Yo, that video, that first video.
I never seen it though, but yeah.
That shit was played everywhere.
Oh, yeah?
I, like, multiple times, me running it, like, when I was young, I was that age.
Yeah,
and then I would go into my godbrother's house, and that shit would just be playing. I'm like, what the fuck? Then I go to a house party, and then that shit would just be playing. And then I go to a rec center, and that shit was just playing. And I was like,
I never seen it.
That's when the people with the DVDs out just have it out in the open.
Everyone had a copy, yeah.
And that shit just passed around.
Yeah, it was another guy, everyone knew that's what he did. That was just the time when it actually, was on camera. But everyone knew he had like a weird thing with young girls.
R. Kelly?
Yeah, so do a lot of people now. I just wanted to be consistent. Don't get mad at him, get mad at everyone too.
It's also weird, like
these punk ass parents, they need to get charged too. You selling your kids or whatever. They selling their kids for Hollywood fame and shit, You hear the Drew Barrymore stories about her 13 getting drugged up, having sex with grown men and all Hollywood roles.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Isn't that
That was
that's
a
Adam
big
Sandler's
thing.
girl wife?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know who she dating or whatever, or who she married to.
So Drew Barrymore.
Yeah, she had a situation. Yeah, that was a big rumor. Like I think late 80s, 90s, being
She
drugged
said it.
up. Coke, yeah. I think she sat down on Oprah and on talk shows.
Damn.
13, 14, got these, dirty old men filling up on her, drugging her up. That was big. The Drew Barrymore. You can research that. It was pretty much big. She even talked about her whole drug addiction, alcohol, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's common in Hollywood, man. It's real common.
I think I got into it when I saw Bill Clinton and that pastor try to hug up Ariana Grande
Oh, yeah, I seen that.
in front of
He
everybody.
was touching the president, kept like his little finger. I seen the little video. Yeah, and he kept like tapping. Yeah, everyone got angry about that, yeah.
At this point, honestly, like I don't give. I remember when I used to give girls like hugs and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't even hug them.
Yeah.
I think that's just like it's just way too dangerous.
Yeah.
And
I think it's really more dangerous for like when people at a higher stature, celebrities. They happen to, I forgot who was the dude that played Batman in the last movie.
the recent one, Justice League.
Yeah. Horrible what they got. Their names of actors and all that. I'm like, then he gave up a role. Some lady said he did. He didn't want to play because of controversy. A lady said he did something to her when he out there or whatever.
Oh.
It was some bullshit years ago at an MTV award or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, those guys got it bad. Russell Simmons, he got to try to defend something that happened 30 years ago with an intern or something. Now, you probably don't even remember exactly what was happening. This stuff's getting out of hand.
And it's like different times and stuff.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know.
Like I remember with the Bill Cosby thing, and like I think he belongs in jail, obviously, but also the choice of drug recreational was Quaaludes.
Yeah.
Like,
that was a popular drug back in those days.
My dad, he was on Quaaludes also. That was just a regular thing.
Yeah.
You would take that to go off all the other drugs that you're cycling through the day.
I don't know every girl's situation, but because I don't know too much of the details of Bill Clinton, but I know a few of them shits was bullshit. Because
Clinton?
I don't know. I'm not Bill. I'm not for Cosby.
That was go in.
Because I know some of the one of the ladies, a few of the ladies these were all grown ladies, by the way. And one of them, I can remember saying she knew what she was taking, but she just thought she had to do it for her career. She was scared of her career. And this the time when Dre was here, I was like, accountability. You was a grown ass woman. She said she knew what she was taking. She just thought she would get somewhere in her career. I'm like, you don't get that man in trouble for that. That's your fault. You said you knew what he was taking. I'm worried about the chicks that didn't know he put something on, Those are the only women I have some sympathy for. But you, no. You knew what you was taking.
There's a comedian, I'm not going to say his name. He was like, he came in and he was like, I just want to be so famous that somebody's going to think they have a promotion if they suck my dick. And I was like, and this is right when everything was happening. Of course, he said it specifically because it was happening with that. And
it's comedian, man.
And in a way, he's right. Like, what do other people want to be a celebrity for?
They're not doing anything wrong. Like I said, these are little kids. These are grown women. They made that choice themselves, so I don't feel bad for them.
Like,
you choosing your morals and your standards over your career. You got to deal with everything that comes that way.
Remember I told you the Joe Rogan joke. That he was like, I think I'm sexist because if my daughter was there and with Harvey Weinstein, I'll be very upset, probably like murder-ish.
Oh, hell yeah.
But if my son was with an old lady I was just like, dude, you're gonna be Batman.
Yeah,
And
but people, you know, sex is received different from men and women, you know?
yeah,
Yeah. I think people need to, like, take that into consideration, too. You know, it's just more of a hypocrite thing, you know? You're
and,
not gonna complain about so much about it with your son, but your daughter, you don't know what the fuck you doing.
bro, times is getting like so different. Of like, say like OnlyFans,
Yeah.
like just throwing that out there is like in a way that's kind of like prostitution, and you want people to
Salute to them, by the way. Yeah. I'm not mad at them.
yeah,
You see a sucker, go ahead and milk you. See a
but
cow, milk you.
like you would want respect and like yeah, this is probably like a unfun thing. Like what? Like I'm a man, so it's gonna be like every stereotype man shit trying to tell women what to do, but you trying to have respect, and then you trying to also sell yourself at pimps because like the physical abuse
Gorilla pimping.
or some type of abuse that's going on.
That's gorilla pimping.
But
Smacking them up and shit.
I could appreciate the craft of manipulating. Like you read was it Ice Cold the Pimp Chronicles?
That was the Cat Williams.
Nah,
It was the actual book.
yeah, it's a
Oh,
book.
no.
Uh,
Also, I guess he did stand up after the book. He named it after the
nah,
book.
it wasn't Cat Williams. It was a Iceberg Slim
Oh, I know Iceberg Slim. Yeah.
of
OG Pimp. Yeah.
just knowing how to mentally manipulate
That's
people.
what I'm saying. Like, a real cold pimp, like, cold-blooded pimp. He don't gotta do all that smacking. He just use his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Use his wordplay.
The eyes.
Talk to, yeah, you know how to talk to him. He get him to do what he want. A real pimp don't really gotta do all that smacking out. And don't confuse it, the kidnapping. Pimping ain't about kidnapping. What pimping is, this is what a pimp would do. He would see a girl in the neighborhood that's probably sucking the button for a shot of Henny in the blunt. A pimp will go up to that girl and be like, I can show you how to do what you do and make money. And he'd get him on the team. People like the society try to make it seem pimps are going around kidnapping girls, and that's not what pimps do. That's kidnapping. A real pimp, he don't know how to do that. He just goes up to a girl that's already in there. He's not turning the girl out. The girl that's already in the neighborhood, fucking messing with this guy. She ain't even charging the pimp. Will put it in their head. You better start charging these dudes. Get some money.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it gets confused with what real pimps are. Real pimps don't gotta do all that gorilla pimping, smacking up, and they don't do all that kidnapping. They use their words, their wordplay, their mouthpiece. That's it. And they go up to girls that's already doing it. They're not turning girls out. You know, that's a whole different game.
That's just always impressive.
Yeah. Iceberg Slim, OG pimp.
I think I also have. I think it's on my phone. Iceberg Slim. I need to read that.
Yeah.
You want to turn this off?
Oh, yeah, we good.
I'm hot, sweaty.
Figuring out podcast.
Sorry, we were gone for a long time.
Yeah.
Next week?
Yeah, definitely next week we'll be back here again, you know. By the way, on Tim TV 212.
What's some TV? You got a website now?
Oh, that's my YouTube name. I go by IG name. I'm trying to get more heavy into posting like more on IG. I got it right now, but I'm not really like, it's not really my thing. People like convince me to do it. Everyone got up into me like, Tim, you doing photography, you need to show off your work, you doing videos, you need to. But I was never the selfie guy, take a bunch of pictures. I don't even got pictures of myself now.
But you got pictures of other things.
Yeah, I don't got no pictures of like, even like from high school to, I don't got none of that shit. Graduation, people got pictures of me. But I'm just not, I'm a conservative private guy. I'm not really the guy to show off what I got and all that. So it's kind of hard for me to maneuver through the Instagram.
I stopped the social media because I get easily addicted to almost anything. So
Yeah, I got the opposite effect. I'm not addicted to that stuff at all. I be looking like I'm probably gonna own a show for what I got and what I bought.
Is there anything you're addicted to that? Do you feel like that you have any addictive issues or behaviors that you fall into?
Let me think about this one.
Because noticing, like I remember one point in time that I thought like all I had like a delusion of everything was all perfect, almost like supremely optimistic.
Like in society.
Just in myself.
Oh, yourself.
Weird. That's
Yeah.
just
I
fast
don't say
talk.
I have any like addiction.
But there is also like a learning period and an unlearning period, and in the middle, you're supposed to be a sponge and almost become nothing and a child, so you can learn everything.
Shit, I would like to actually be more of a sponge, man. But yeah, I don't have like no addictions and nothing, man. There's times I feel like I'm out of touch. Like, no, I was telling you, like, I don't know. People have to convince me how to get on IG. I ain't know how to use the shit.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm probably still learning how to like. I still learning how to use some of these things, man. I remember like getting cell phones and people was texting like laughing my ass off. I ain't know what that shit was. I'm young, let's be young, Joe. I ain't know none of these emojis and all what the fuck is all of this. I feel like we're behind in society, man. You know, this is my generation. You know, I'm a millennial, but I can't relate. But I probably feel like I should have been born with the Generation X, the generation before. You know,
I think you just need to separate of you're already good on not doing it, right?
yeah.
But just see it as a business opportunity instead.
Oh no, that's what I'm doing. I was just going more for like just relating to people in society, like even with my homies out here.
Nah, fuck that.
Sometimes when I'm chilling with my homies, I feel like I can't really relate with y'all on certain shit. Certain conversations, I said I'm not interested in some like pop culture stuff.
Don't.
Like I got like a cell phone I have for 4 years, and I'm like, damn, it's about time to get a phone because you know batteries dying quickly and shit. I didn't even know what to get. I'm like, well, damn, what's the cool phone to get? I'm like lost. I'm out of touch with society, man.
But this internet, but you don't want to fall in the trap of knowing, like, I really don't want to know anything on the news. Everything is like a trap just for clickbait and taking your time.
And I don't even care. That's the thing, though.
Don't.
I can't. I'll be on my own. I said, I can't relate with y'all on a lot of. I told them about pop culture and Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez, and I don't really care, you know. And you got the people that's into the fashion and the sneakers. I was never really into all that stuff.
See, that shit is like business transaction.
And I'm like, we cool, but I'm like, damn. Sometimes I'm like, damn, how I became friends with y'all, bro? Cause I realized like, we don't have the same interests, you know.
Once like I started falling out of, like I was heavily addicted to phones, social media, then there's issues between there. But then I started reading books and then finding out that people who made these apps and phones don't allow the children to use it because of the addictive properties that go into it.
I think one of the guys used to be like an executive on Facebook or whatever, one of those things, Twitter, and he was talking about, he said the exact same thing, you know. I guess now he ain't working with him, he's telling people like, get the fuck away, get your kids away from that, stay away from that shit. Yeah, he was going like, and he was making sense too, you know. And being that you said that, I just wanted to bring that up because he said the same thing. He said they don't allow their kids, I don't even allow my kids to.
Because all this screen stuff is like raising dopamine,
yeah, that's what they said,
messing with us chemically.
Releases the dopamine, you know. Then I didn't even know this was the thing. I heard the term, I forgot, like fear of missing out. I'm like, what's that?
FOMO.
Yeah, that's what they said. See, I don't even know all the terms. I'm a young dude. I heard someone say that. I'm like, how the fuck is that? FOMO. They was like, fear of missing out. I was like, huh? That's a thing? They said, yeah, people be addicted to their phones all the time. They feel like I said, people do that shit? I'm behind in society. I can't relate, but I really can't, bro.
One thing I don't do is, this is what I try to tell people be off their phones when they're here, is talk to people when they're on their fucking phone, because I can't compete with whatever's going on Facebook. and it's like rude as fuck and all these other. There's a reason why comedians don't want you on your phone when you're like not because you're not engaged.
Yeah, you're gonna miss the jokes. The interaction ain't gonna be there. He's gonna be like, what the fuck you doing?
Or maybe it's just a thing that I picked up from them.
Yeah.
But like
You shouldn't even be on your phone. You going to something like that. Like
yeah.
you want to dinner with your lady. You shouldn't be having your head buried in your phone. You should be asking her questions, picking her brains.
Mm-hmm.
She should be trying to do the same to you.
Like Adele, she was like yelling at people like, why are you on your phones? Why? Get off your phones.
This was on a show or something?
Yeah, during the performance.
Wow.
And it's like
This was like simply her, or her event, or she was like
it was her.
one. Okay, I'm about to say she's one of the many artists. I'm like, maybe they wasn't really there for you, but if it was her event, I'm pretty sure they knew they was paying $200 to go see Adele.
Look on YouTube. There's a whole bunch of artists is like try to be like Lady Gaga. Be here in the moment. Be here.
She had a similar thing where she's like,
get off the
I don't
phone.
know fuckers go there. Like, how much money they spend just to get into these venues? Like,
go on Instagram Live and
what the hell is wrong with them? Oh, if you want to go on live, hey, look at me, I'm here, and you show a little something, that's cool.
but it was.
But I guess they do something different.
They would keep it up and just
Record
her, flash, all that, and that, like, you to be performing and then you being videotaped is almost like you being freeze framed, and there's like a higher expectation that you're not even supposed to.
Yeah.
Like say if you're performing, right? When you perform, which happens to many comedians, the whole thing is going good, everybody's laughing, but you focus on this one person that's on the phone and not paying attention. And then you turn your attraction to this person and then ruin the whole experience.
Okay. I get it. Keep in mind too, this is the same society. I remember high school we used to do this. Would you rather be rich or famous? And a lot of people took fame. This is the size society we live in. People just want to show, hey, look where I'm at. I won't be surprised if a lot of people that go to these shows aren't even fans of these people. They just want to say, hey, look, I've been somewhere.
Is that ego? Or is that?
What was that? What would you call that?
Yeah,
Yeah. I guess it is an ego boosting thing. Like, you got people that just want to say, hey, look where I'm at, look what I've been with, you know? Like, you see a celebrity walking, a lot of people might not even be a fan of the celebrity, but just they want to take a picture so they can feel like they're somebody, you know?
Yeah.
This is the society we in, so I won't be surprised if Lady Gaga and Adele, people that spend money to go to these shows are even fans, because they probably just want to say they've been somewhere. I don't know, say the $300 ticket, I'm gonna make sure I'm focused on what you're doing. Like, I spend that money. I want to hear every song. I want to see how you perform. I want to rap or sing along, you know.
I remember when I met one of my favorite comedians, his name was Jim Jeffries, and I was hanging out with him, and I was doing something I wasn't supposed to. Nothing illegal. I was just wasn't supposed to be at a place, and whatever. And he was like using cocaine and shit. But he wanted me to take a picture of him, like posing himself as a celebrity. I was like, why? And we took a picture. I was like, this is weird. And like this, I just wanted.
He wanted you to take a picture of him.
No, a picture of me and him together, almost like a fan thing.
He wanted it on his phone or your phone?
My phone.
Oh, see. Thing is, I want to. He probably just used to people doing that shit.
Yeah.
That's what probably happened. He probably. Think how many fans he probably been around. He was probably scared to ask for a photo. What if he probably? I'm just throwing out a scenario. Maybe he probably thought you was probably one of them or something, or he just used to fans take the picture to the point he just probably offering it now, man. Like, come on, let's take a picture with me.
He was a fun guy. He just wanted to party, but that was just something.
I've been around celebrities too, a lot of like rappers and shit. I never had the fan thing, passing out. Oh my gosh. And plus, I was raised too, man. My family, like, my brothers, they make sure you don't idolize these guys. You can like their music, but you know, they ain't nothing special, you know? So when I was like 17 around like, all these rappers and shit, I never had that starstruck, oh my gosh, and yo, guess where I've been today? I never even told anyone I was around these people, you know? But, yeah.
That's like, well, of course, I met a couple of people.
Yeah.
Pete Davidson,
Oh,
right?
Yeah, it's the comedian guy.
Yeah. Tony Rock, Jordan Rock. He don't really like me much, but
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Rubbing him the wrong way.
I think I probably rubbed him the wrong way, and also I was probably like too quiet to be around him.
Oh, okay.
And some people don't like quiet people; they feel like they plotting or.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, what?
They can't read you, yeah. Sometimes, yeah. I make a person uncomfortable. They can't read you,
Mm-hmm.
know what you're thinking, you know?
I had a person that